Alright, hello everyone. This video is going to concentrate on mounting your plate on your plate cylinder. Remember, you're going to want to do this prior to your print run, especially if you're the first group. You don't want to come in, if you have an 8 a.m. lab, come in at 8 a.m. expecting to print right away. You have 2 teams per class to print, so you're going to want to make sure that you have these mounted prior to your print day. Now, we're looking at a finished plate here after it's been developed. You notice that we have these sides here, and those will show up in our print. But you also thing we need to look at is if I put this around my plate cylinder, that there is a bit of overhang. Okay. So what we can do using X-Acto knife on the light table, scissors, is very carefully cut the excess off in the bottom and the top. Some of you may have these little registration lines still on there, trim bars still on there. Basically, you want to cut from the top and the bottom, remembering not to go too close to your print area. Alright, so this is at the other plate that I have prepared already. Cut off the sides here, and I cut the bottom. You can see that my plate will fit around my cylinder without overlapping. Okay. Alright. The next thing we're going to want to do is we want to use a sticky Scotch brand two-sided tape that we're going to use to mount our plate. I'm just going to take my plate and I'm going to use a pencil. Okay. Alright. So if it's on there, nice, no overhang, make sure that it covers everything, and we're good. The next step would be to lay our plate on top, and we want to mark our pinholes. Okay. The reason for doing this is because we want to be able to cut those out so they don't cover the holes where our registration pins go in on our plate cylinder. So all I want to do is cut around them on both sides. Okay. Now, so the way we mount our tape onto our plate cylinder is we're going to start off by using an X-Acto knife and cutting a strip out of our craft paper, and then again on the other side. Now, we don't want to go all the way through, so we're just using a light pressure, and you just want to have enough to peel off just that craft paper. You want to go all the way through. Okay, so you see those lines in there? That's going to peel right off. That's what we want. Okay, and then we want to do the exact same thing on the other side. Remember, we don't need a lot of pressure because we don't want to go right through the tape itself, the adhesive part of the tape itself. Okay, so I have this started. My plate cylinder, the registration pins correspond to the registration holes on your plate and the ones we cut out of the two-sided tape. So on the registration, or the plate cylinder, put those in there. We only have 2, so please do not lose them. Okay. I'm going to peel off that strip. Alright, so I'm going to peel off that strip right there. That's my adhesive material. And it's going to go on my plate cylinder. Like that. Now, the important part is not the bubbles we talked about. The way we do that is, now that we have our one side down, we can pull off the other sides. So I'm just gonna, and the way I do this is, now this is sticky, so I'm going to, I want to roll it on from the top down, so roll it from a top around. And you don't want to get any bubbles, that's why I'm pushing from the center out and top down. Okay. And then for the next side, I'm going to do the same exact thing. Alright, so I'm going to do the same exact thing on the other side. Alright, so no air bubbles, everything's smooth. Okay, now we have our center piece we cut out. So our center piece is just like the other side. I'm going to pull that out, and this is where I'm going to put, how I'm going to put my plate on. Registration pins go back in, and my plate is going to go on. Now you don't want bubbles on your plate especially. And the same exact way we did it last time. All I'm going to do is pull this side off. Okay. Same thing on this side. Pull the material off. Okay, so there is our mounted plate on our plate cylinder. Take our registration pins out, they go back in here, and we will do our other plate the same exact way so that both of our plates are mounted.